It is Criterion sale time, guys, so let's check out the local Barnes & Noble. It's not the best, but I'm sure we can find something to take home with us. We made our way to the back to the Criterion area, and first thing up, they have this little display here set up with movies, and right there, right off the bat, Girl Fight. That's one of the ones I came here specifically looking for. We got Roaring Twenties, that is a fantastic 4K. Definitely recommend picking that one up. Nanny is one that's kind of been on my list for a little bit. May or may not grab it, but it's one I do want to get. And then we got this Underground Railroad. I don't even remember this one getting announced for some reason, but it sounds really freaking good, and it sounds like something I should probably pick up. Heading over to the main wall of Criterion, which isn't really that big of a main wall now, to be honest. But we'll see what we can find in here. But if this is your first time on this channel and you're interested in anything movies, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, all that stuff. But let's continue looking at some Criterion, like Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is a freaking great movie. Love that one. Definitely a high recommendation from me. There's lots of good stuff, shockingly. Mudbound, this has been on my list for a hot minute since it came out, so there was actually stuff here. This Barnes & Noble doesn't always have a whole lot, and it still kind of didn't, but it just had a lot of stuff, at least that I wanted at the moment. Smooth Talk is a must own. Must own, that is all I have to say on that. I picked up To Die For when it first came out, right at release. This is only the Blu-ray instead of the 4K, but guys, it is such a good movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. Know what you're getting into if you're thinking about The Trial. Just because you see names like Anthony Perkins and Orson Welles, don't think this is a straightforward movie. It is not. It's good, but it's out there. Moving over to the Arrow, which is right above the start of the Criterion. They don't have very much in the way of Arrow. When they hit the 50% off sales for Arrow 2, there's not much I could ever really look for because they don't really seem to carry a whole heck of a lot. Oh shit, they actually have the bound 4K. The website didn't show that they had the 4K in stock, and they do. That's pretty cool. I already have the movies in this DVD set, but I'm not passing up the chance to show Doris Day. This is actually a pretty good price on this set, to be honest. $50, and it's 50% off, so $25 for the complete The Avengers? Pretty cool! I always enjoy just looking at the movie-related books. I have a pretty large, movie book collection at the house, so it's just fun to look at them. But prices at Barnes & Noble, you need, coupons or something and really make it worthwhile, because they charge the full price. Something, though, that Barnes & Noble kills it on is their Lego selection. They have, when it comes to a brick-and-mortar store that is not Lego themselves, one of the best selections of the premium sets. Like, hands down. You'll find some of these at a Target or something like that, some at a Walmart, not the extent of what a Barnes & Noble carries. And Barnes & Noble carries it for pretty much Lego prices, so they kind of beat most retailer stores besides Lego themselves when it comes to this. It's something they do good at. Something else they do shockingly good is their board game selection. It is not a generic-y board game selection. Like, you find stuff that you will not find, again, a Target, a Walmart. Like, there's cool board games, like really like adult-oriented type games. It's cool. They know what they're doing on some of this stuff. Hello, everyone. We're back at my house now. Finished the trip, and it was actually a pretty productive trip to Barnes & Noble's. That store, since they got hit by a tornado and remodeled, have been not so stellar on selection. As you saw in the video, it's a pretty small footprint for the Criterion. So, like, selection can only be so much. But luckily, there's a lot of titles, newer ones that were on my little wish list checklist that they actually had. And some of them didn't even line up with the online listing because, like, the first one that I did pick up is the Bound 4K. And at first, this only showed the Blu-ray in stock and not the 4K. And I'm not a snob that's like, 4K or bust. I love 4K, but like, I'm not gonna pick up the Blu-ray copy when the 4K is available. Especially, I already had like the standard studio copy of Bound, so like this, I was upgrading from Blu-ray to 4K. But this is a crime thriller by the Wachowskis. I haven't seen it in quite a bit, but this was a good one. I was very excited that this got a Criterion release. That is very, very freaking cool. Jennifer Tilly, Gina Gershon, Joe Pantalone or whatever, however the hell you pronounce his name. He's a good actor. But yeah, I'm excited to check the 4K out for this. This is a cool one. Super excited that this was actually in stock there in 4K. I was so pumped. I was like, oh my god, it's here! Next one up that I did pick up is Trainspotting. I've actually never seen Trainspotting before, for some reason. But this is Danny Boyle. He did Sunshine. He did 28 Days Later. He's done a lot of really good movies. And this is early Ewan McGregor. So, like, the director, the actor, like, I'm in. So, this is... I should have watched this a long time ago. The only weird thing is, like, it's a digipack, but, like... Look at the difference in size. Like, normally a lot of their digipacks are kind of still the same footprint as a normal case. This thing comes out, like, way further. I don't know, maybe there's a reasoning for it. So this will be an interesting one to kind of display into the shelf. But the way my current shelves sit, I think I could kind of push this a little bit further back and make it line up nice. I don't know. We'll see, but I'll be checking out Trainspotting. Here's one I can't believe I am finally adding the Criterion version to the collection, and that is The Princess Bride. We got the 4K right here. I didn't even have the Blu-ray version in my I mean, I had the studio Blu-ray, but I didn't have the Criterion Blu-ray in the collection, and now I finally do. For some reason, I avoided this movie for a really long time until I just watched it for the first time just a couple of years ago. I had a good time. This is a very fun movie with a fun cast. I should have watched it earlier. So yeah, it was very high on my wish list for this specific sale because it's time to have the Criterion. Alright, so 5 more titles to go. Been a productive trip, but next one up, we're going with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Not this copy. This is the DVD copy of this movie. DVD is the last time I've watched this. I have never watched Fear and Loathing in high definition. So, I upgraded to the 4K. So, DVD, now to 4K. I'll be looking forward to a rewatch. It's been a long time. So, awesome to revisit this, and very cool that it finally came out to 4K. Criterion is just going to keep clicking off their major titles, putting them into 4K as they can. Next up, we have the Oscar-nominated All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. I try each year to watch everything that has been nominated, and this was on the list, and I just didn't get around to it. So, based on I love Oscars and that type of stuff, I'm interested. That's basically the sole reason. It was, I know this movie because of the Oscars. That's it. So, I will be checking it out. One I have intended to get around to for the longest time is Funny Games. I've heard how good Funny Games is, and did this get a remake? I feel like this got a remake, and I feel like maybe I saw the cover of the remake one more, but I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass. I just know, is this the one with him holding the golf club on the front cover? I could picture it, but I have never seen Funny Games. This is one of those buying it based off of reputation. That's about the gist of this. So hopefully the reputation holds up and I enjoy this. This is a cool one. I was shocked that this got a freaking Criterion release, and it's a newer one. We have Girl Fight. This is either super early Michelle Rodriguez, or was this her first role? Gosh, I think it might have been her first role, because there was her trying to beat out so many people to get this role. And she's been playing basically tough chick her entire career. But this is a really good movie, and this is some of her best right from the start of her career, because she kind of fell into this niche as tough chick, and a lot of her roles have not been that good. But Girl Fight is legitimately a really good movie that I have not seen since Blockbuster days. That's the last time. Yeah, this came out in 2000. I rented this probably 14 years old or something like that from Blockbuster. That is the last time I saw it. Good movie, though, and really freaking cool that Criterion released this. So this is a high recommendation for someone to pick up. This is a pretty new release. A lot of stores should have it. Grab this one. And now, of the ones I have seen of this stack, which is it's a chunk, it's some of the stack of the ones I've seen, but this is the one I recommend above all the rest. This movie is fantastic. It should have even gotten a 4K, but the fact that I got a Blu-ray is amazing, because this was a streaming-only movie at first. But that is Mudbound. Mudbound is one of those movies that will make you, just your blood boil and make you angry as you're watching it. The performances are outstanding, but this following race relations in the 40s in Mississippi. Some god-awful, terrible stuff happens in this movie. This movie will make you angry. If you have a heart in any way, this movie will make you fucking furious with some of the stuff that characters do to others in it. I thought it was phenomenal, though. The acting is amazing. The cast, Carey Mulligan, Jason Clarke. You got Mary J. Blige was nominated. She was great. She was freaking great. This movie is just fantastic. So out of I bought all those. I've seen, Bound, Princess Bride, Fear and Loathing, and Girl Fight. And good movies. I recommend this above all of the rest of those. This, I kind of geeked out a little bit that this got a release, and I just didn't have the money at the moment it got released, and then I just said, I'll get it next release. Because this isn't or next sale, I should say. But this isn't one of those, pop it on all the time and watch it, because the movies that make me feel something, emotionally, kind of make me angry and things like that, I love them, but they're not movies I could return to a ton. A movie like The Nightingale was phenomenal, 10 out of 10, amazing,
but the movie made me so viscerally angry that it's not a movie I want to return to often, but I'm glad as hell to own it and will recommend it at any point. It's kind of how I feel on this one. This will be getting a rewatch though on this disc, but I don't I'm not excited in the sense that this one will make me angry again. This is a Dee Rees movie, though. Some of her stuff is already also in Criterion. The Watermelon Woman is a recent-ish release. I think she's got like 3 movies in the Criterion collection. So, yeah, overall, though, this is a great, great selection of movies. Bound goes backwards. But yeah, I'm happy as hell. This was a good haul. Considering that store is normally kind of ass with selection, coming away with 8 titles is shockingly pretty freaking good. Very, very happy with that trip. I hope you guys have been getting some great stuff during this Criterion sale so far. We're going to be doing a trip again, not next weekend, the weekend after. We're going to be trying a different store that's further away, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour range. Try to find a place with a little bit more selection to it. Because I could click buy online, but buying online doesn't have that same, I don't know, fun to it. There's something about browsing through yourself and picking them out. That's where the fun lies. So there will be another Criterion video coming. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys, like I said, picked up good titles. And click that subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.